Good to have you here. So today is Thursday, January 15. We had the GBP news. We had the gross domestic product news at 8 o'clock for GBP. So if you check GBP chart, you may see it was just a spike at the time this news dropped. Okay, it was just a spike the time this news dropped. We are having unemployment claims for USD. So this particular news has used to have effect in the market. Okay, so at 2:30 we may expect some behavior from USD. Anything that has USD might be affected at that point. Okay, so let us be aware and of course informed. That's why we have these sessions. Let us be informed. So we'll just look at a few things, nothing too much. We are still waiting for a lot more in the market. So let us just break down one or two things. Start with Euro USD. Euro USD has been selling as because of if you check, first of all, let's check the DXY. DXY has been bullish. Okay, look at the DXY, the information on DXY. So you see DXY has been bullish. Okay, so this bullishness on DXY, look at this strong moves, has made other pairs like Euro USD and GBP USD to experience downward. DXY is like USD something. So when there's something USD, that they are going to be walking in opposite directions. So if DXY is going up, USD, Euro USD, GBP USD may be experiencing some downward move. Is that okay? So we have been buying ever since then. So this was our last bus stop that we had here. It was the last bus stop that we had here. But price is not showing any signs of slowing down. Okay, price is not showing any signs of slowing down because we entered this guy at this point. We entered at this point. We had this big sell to indicate, but the next day came and then still went up to close. So we have been experiencing a consolidation. At the same time, price has still been showing us signs of buying past this zone. So we are going to be very watchful to see what DXY does. So as a result of this DXY bullish pressure going on to Euro USD, we have had sales. You can see what's happening on Euro USD. This was the zone I told us to observe to see what price does inside of it the other time. So you see that price just came down, came up for this expansion. This was an expansion here. Price came for this expansion and has continued selling. So for now, we are going to wait for a clearer information. Is that okay? We are going to wait. Let me see the weekly time frame. What's happening on the weekly time frame? Personally, for me, Euro USD has just been, should I say, in limbo. Okay, is it trying to go up? Is it trying to go down? We don't know. That's why we are just staying away from it personally. So we are just going to be watching it from there. All right. So daily, no strong information yet. So we are just like in the middle of nowhere. So if we can maybe create a sell, create an expansion like this, we can now continue to sell. Or if price decides that he wants to use this guy here, to buy, we now know that we're going to continue the buy from here. Is that okay? So when we are in these situations, when we are having what I call contradicting information, like I address the bootcamp people. If you are seeing information to buy, you are seeing information to sell, I think you should just stay away from that chart for the meantime. Let the noise clear out. Okay. If you're having information to buy, information to sell, if you choose any direction you want to trade towards, probably buy, you are not at peace with the trade. Is that okay? Because there is a tendency of the price still coming back down. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. So I like people to take trades that anyhow they were confident about the trade, so that no matter what the outcome of that trade is, they know that yes, I followed my rules. My rules pointed me to buys, and then I took my buy and I'm fine. So whatever thing happens as a result of that buy, they are good with it. Is that okay? So that's what I used to advise. So when are we selling, are we buying, just sit out. There are other things to trade. Okay, just sit out until you have a clearer information. There are times where you come to the market and all you see is buy, and or you just join the buy. Okay, when you come to market, you see all is sell. You just join the sell, not the one that there's buy today, sell tomorrow. Please, oh, we live to fight another day. Is that okay? So for now, just wait for this guy to give us either expansion to the downside for us to continue, or something upward for us to trade to. Is that okay, please? So that's that for Euro, USD, and GU sold from our zone. GU sold off. Let me go back to the daily time frame. So remember the GU, we were looking at this FVG, and we had this guy. You see, this was once supposed to be for a buy. Abi was supposed to come here and buy. But what the price do? Price came here, came back to that place, and then broke below. So this guy became a sweep of liquidity and a break. All right, you can still tag here as the sweep, and this was the break. So we're expecting that anywhere from this area, from this line that we have here, this guy also coincided with a fair value gap. So we knew that anytime price comes back inside the zone, yeah, from here we can start expecting some sell-off. All right. So yesterday did something on GBP USD. Yesterday, is it? No, I think that was Tuesday. Tuesday swept Monday's high. Can you see that? Tuesday swept Monday's high. So we're expecting Monday's low to go, right? We're expecting Monday's low to go. So let's see what happened on the H4. Remember when we also said that we look to sell GU when we have that expansion past this place. And you can see that we had that expansion. You see that? We had a sweep. Not only did we have the expansion, first of all, we had the sweep. This guy here served as our sweep. When we have sweep like this, it's always a very good sign that price has taken liquidity and has created a protected high. So in this case, this guy becomes a protected high, and then we can now look to sell. So we had a sweep and then we had a break. So the fair value gap came up on, there was another block on 1 hour, but the FVG was very nice and clear on 45 minutes time frame, right? This FVG was very nice and clear on 45 minutes time frame. Now, what do you see here? We had this key level. From here, price played around here, played here, and then finally broke beyond that place with a fair value gap. And you can see that this is where this sell started from. So you see, in this market, everything is a repetition. The same thing that happened here came back to happen here again, and that is where this sell came from. Is that okay? So you see this guy, price played around a couple of times before breaking beyond that zone with an FVG. That is the reason why this sell, came from that zone. Okay? So what we say here is very, very important, and you should always take good notes of it. So what is the way forward now? What is the way forward? Let's build up again. So we are coming from here. We are still expecting this low to go. So let's see, what was our most recent expansion on the H4? The most recent expansion was this guy here. This guy is the most recent expansion. What price is currently, okay, let's see what price is doing. Let's go to the H1. How can we capitalize on anything for now on GA? What's happening on GA? All right, okay. So I'm seeing something. Let me check 45 again. Check 30. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing a sweep and a break situation. I don't know if you are seeing it. Please don't write on my screen, please. Don't write on my screen, please. Thank you very much. Oluwa Sami, thank you very much. We're happy to have you here too. So I'm seeing a sweep and a break situation. I don't know if you are seeing it. You see, we have swept this place, right? We now break here, and then this guy is looking like inducement. I don't know if you are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, so we're having a QMR. We call it, it's also called QMR, where we're having something like this. Price sweeps the high, breaks the low, and then comes back to do something like this. So this is the sweep, break, and inducement. So usually price likes to clear out the inducement and then sell off. Okay, so that's what is happening here. So this is our sweep. This is our sweep, our break, and our inducement. So what are we going to do now? We are going to mark out this inducement area. I'm going to mark out because, we had an expansion on the H4 at this point, but nothing tangible is happening at, the lower time frame. I'm not seeing any fair value gaps to work with. I'm not seeing any sweep or break or anything. I'm just seeing, price is just crashing down. So it may be that price wants to come and sweep this place. So what are we going to do now? Let me check the 30 minutes time frame. Let me check 15. What's happening there? Okay, no problem. So what we are going to do now, we're going to wait. When price takes this inducement, if it gives us something like this on the 30 minutes time frame, we can now start looking for a sell opportunity, please. Is that okay? So when price takes this inducement, this guy now is serving like an inducement. So when this inducement is taken, right? And then we have what? Please, you wait for confirmation on this guy because I did not have a clear fair value gap to look to trade from. So when we take this inducement and then we can now do or expand again, we can now realign with that our sell information. We can now look to capitalize on sales. But if we don't have this, please, if you don't have this information forming, just leave it alone. All right. So on the M30, M45, I don't want to say M15, but if you see on M30, even on the 1R, I can still print on the 1R. If we have something around this zone, we can feel free to look at taking a trade from there, please. So we're going to wait for a confirmation at this inducement line to see if we can continue some sales. Else we just sit out. Okay? Else we just sit out. Okay? So that's that. Let's see. Let's see. It seems to be buffering. Can you hear me, please? Hello,
Yes.
am I audible?
Yes, sir.
All right, all
Yes,
right,
we
all
can
right. Thank
hear
you
you.
very much. Okay, okay, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. What do we have here? USD card. We were looking at a buy yesterday on USD card, and this guy is going very well. Let's go to it was a very simple continuation trade, please. It was a very, very simple continuation trade. We started the idea from here. So you see, we were trying to sell from here, this line, and then price now came and closed beyond there with this body of the candle. So that was a sign that we are going to buy. Now, we started this move. We started this buy momentum from here. Can you see where we started the buy momentum from? Started it from here. So our aim is to just keep, looking for continuations, right? So when we took here yesterday, there was a time where price was still dancing around here. We said it here that we're expecting price to sweep this previous day's candle and buy. When I said that, it was very intentional because sweeping this previous day's candle now is going to show us that yes, that continuation to the upside is about to commence. All right. So this was a pullback. We had the sweep here. H4 gave us an expansion. Look at it here. H4 gave us this expansion. And then the entry was from, I think it was a sweep and break entry. Who's that? Okay. All right. So this was a sweep and break entry. You can see it here. You see that we took all of this liquidity that was lying down here, and then we came to break above. All of this guy now was just inducement. So what did I say? That when price takes inducement, it will just take the inducement and then, continue in that direction. And that's exactly what has happened here on USD CAD, right? So yesterday, this was a call that was given that we can continue buying this USD CAD from here. So that yesterday the trade triggered around 1 p.m. and we are still buying. So we're looking at it trading till this place at least. Now, when it gets there, we are now going to look for the next and most recent expansion. Probably it may it will look something like this. When we take this high, this guy can now be our next expansion that we can now use to continue. Okay, that's how we trade. When you have a direction, when you have a direction and a target that you're looking out for, when price creates a new expansion, that's a sign to join in the trade. Is that okay? So I hope some of us were able to enter this trade, and I hope that you have signed up with your DuPoint accounts. Please, if there's anybody that is having any difficulty or that wants the link is going to be posted on the chat box here on Zoom. So please post the Zoom, the website, so that people that have any difficulty can sign up, and we can trade together. Okay, so sign up your DuPoint account, fund your account, and we can take our trades together from these live sessions. Okay, so this is the update for USD CAD. We are going to keep expecting more and more buys, and then of course, if you are on the trade, you can start to book some profits and go risk-free on the trade. Is that okay? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What else do we have? What else do we have? Let's see US 30. Something is looking interesting for US 30. US 30 is looking interesting. So let's build up our trade idea for US 30. What do we have here? This was the last expansion as at the time, right? That was the last expansion as at the time. What the price do you see? Price just came down, took that line, and then ran back to take profit. Okay, so we are trying to build up a new information for buys. Let me check from the weekly. Okay, so weekly did something that weekly came to sweep the previous week's high. When the previous week high is taken, price may want to go for the low. So we are not going to be in a hurry to take any trades here. We're just going to observe. Something happened. This was like a support zone. You see, price was here a couple of times, and then price came and swept that zone. Okay, this was our like liquidity here. Price came and swept this zone. So we are trying to aim back this high. So let's see the H4. The H4 did something. You can also say that price reacted from this other block. You are absolutely correct. Okay, absolutely correct. So on the H4 now, look at the line chart. You see that price has come to expand beyond this last high, right? You see this last high that we had here, price has come to expand beyond this zone. So we're looking at a buy. The problem with this guy right now is that there is no imbalance in this range. So this is our new trading range. I'm supposed to trade between here and here, but there is no imbalance in this range for us to trade with. And you know that we are very big on fair value gaps and imbalance to trade. So for now, that has not presented itself, but this whole setup is looking very, very good. This whole setup is looking very, very good. So maybe if we can get a new 4R to do something like this and expand, then we can now look to trade. Hopefully, as at this new expansion, we're going to have a fair value gap. So if we have a fair value gap upon this new expansion, we can now look to continue trading to the upside. Is that okay, please? So that is what we are looking at for US 30. US 30 is looking like that. We are also sweeping the previous week high here. So we're going to be very, very cautious. We need very strong conviction before we take that buy. So I'm not going to tell you just go and press buy yet. No, we are always very cautious to know what the higher time frame information is, and then we trade along the higher time frame information. Okay, so this guy is looking good. I love this expansion. It's just that right now it's not giving me my trading. My entry model has not presented itself. So if you can have something like this, or I would even appreciate if price did a sweep and then bought, this would be very nice. Then we can now buy from here. Is that okay? So, but for now, we have a direction. We have established direction on US 30. So we are going to see how we can trade along. Okay. Have we done gold? No. What is XAU saying? What's XAU saying? Let me clear my charts. What's XAU saying? So we have continued the buy momentum on gold, right? This was an expansion that we're waiting for price to come back to. Price didn't come back for this one. Price went on to print a new expansion at this range. Can you see? If I expand, if I go to the line chart, you see that we had this new expansion here. So can we buy from here? Let's find out. Today has done something significant. Today has come to sweep yesterday's low. You see, today has come to sweep yesterday's candle low, showing that this high is the next target for price. Okay, the low has been taken, the high is the next target for price. You see, we are in a bullish trend. Okay, we're in a bullish trend, and when we see price sweeping the low to go for the high, it's always a very good indication that the continuation is about to commence. But if I was in of course, you can see it here. If I was in a very bullish market like this and I come and see previous day high being swept alone, I will need strong confirmation before I take that sell, because that's counter the current direction. And you see what the yesterday came and just took it to the upside. So that's fine. It's part of what happens. So what's the next phase now? The next phase is expecting price to give us, an expansion or something to work with. So I have this kind of support zone here. H1 did an expansion though. H1 gave us an expansion. Can we buy from here? Let me see. What's 45? Okay, 45 has this nice order block and fair value gap. So this guy is looking good. This guy is looking good. This guy is looking very good. Gold has been very, very bullish. Gold has been very, very bullish. So this was a sweep here. Had a sweep, had a break. So price has come back inside this zone and it's trying to expand again, even though H1 has given us a fresh expansion. So we may be expecting more buys from gold today. We may be expecting more buys from gold today. Mr. Jerry, do you want to add something for gold?
Yes, what you just said is completely right. There's a there's a liquidity trap that's taken out yesterday's low, and then we're having the price is gradually making higher lows. The point where you just referenced is a very good zone to join in the buy. However, if price comes back there to that zone and take us out, it means price might do a very pronounced pullback to take out the fair value gaps. So we just keep on watch and see exactly to come into that fair value gap. But as it is,
Yeah.
let's see what it's gonna do. If it comes back into that zone, the buy zone you plotted earlier, we can take a small risk and then put our stuff below it and see if we can go back to that high today. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jerry. So we have two POIs. We have this huge fair value gap, and of course, this fair value gap is aligning with that daily expansion that we said we're looking out for. Look at it here. So price likes to come for expansions and trade. Is that okay? So that's the view. That's the view. So we have two areas. What's going on here? There's my okay. All right. So if this guy doesn't hold, we know that here, when price falls inside this guy, we are going to expect what? An alignment for us to trade back into the all-time highs on gold. All right. So that is the plan. That's the plan for. So here will just be a small risk, even though it looks a little bit shaky. It looks like it's liquidity build up here for this guy. This guy is looking like liquidity build up for this major fair value gap. So we are going to be very,
Exactly.
very close.
Yeah,
Everything
exactly.
here is looking like
Liquidity builder. Yeah,
mm,
they're trying to create some liquidity trap or zone.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So we have
So
to be
I think
careful.
we just focus on here instead of this guy.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
focus on here. Let's focus
Yeah.
on here.
I see gold taking those liquidity out and
Mm,
coming into the fair value gap.
let's focus. Let's use here. Let's use here as our liquidity. Let's use our liquidity, and then we expect a drop inside this guy. and then we buy from here. Okay, so let's change our view into this guy. Another thing is that after a daily sweep, after the previous day has been swept, H4 is the one that is supposed to give us an expansion, not H1. Is that okay? So H4 is what give us an expansion, not H1. So since H4 is not yet giving us that information, we cannot just be in a hurry to trade for trading sake. So instead, let us wait for this guy. Let's see how this guy, if we can get a pull down inside here, then we know that we are more inclined to buy from here all the way till all-time highs. Gold should give us 5,000. I don't know when it's going to hit, but I think gold should give us 5,000. Gold should run to 5,000.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To get there this year, maybe
Yes, yes.
maybe before mid this year, maybe even before March or April. It depends on how
This
the
can be
dress
our Easter, our Easter present now. So, okay, thank you. All right, so that's that for gold. I think what else? Let's see some JPY pairs now. Let's see some JPY pairs. JPY pairs are what's it called? They are trending very, 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 very bullish. Trending very, very bullish. So you know what we do now? We cannot just come and start looking for sales. Let me go from the weekly. Let me see what the weekly is saying, please. Let me see what the weekly is saying. Okay. All right. All right. So we are just, I think is it all-time highs on GJ? Okay, no. We still have, okay, all right. We are still trying to pursue. So let us see. The only information I can work with now for GBP JPY are two things. Number one is this place. Number two is this place that I marked out here. So we swept yesterday. I swept Tuesday's. Yesterday I swept Tuesday's candle. So what's H4 saying? Okay, this is nice. H4 is trying to expand in the next 52 minutes. The next 52 minutes, we're going to know if this guy has expanded. So please don't trade it yet. Let this candle expand. Let it close with a body beyond this area like this. Look at it on the line chart. Let us get this expansion like this on the line chart. If we do this, we can now know that, yes, there's a great chance we just continue our buys from here all the way till this guy. Is that okay, please? You know why we used to wait? We used to wait because even 5 minutes left, this candle can lose all its strength and come and close like this. And then there is no longer an expansion. So we need a body closure beyond that zone. When we do that, we know that we are going to buy. So let me see what the entry will look like. Let me see 2 hours. Is there? Oh, it's not FVG. Let me see 1 hour. If 1 hour is not clean, or 45. Okay. So 45 is doing something here. Look at it on the line chart. There is a sweep here, and then there is a break. So this guy is going to serve as our inducement. So that's how we're going to approach it. Okay? We're going to approach it like this. We're going to approach it like this. That when price trades here, if you want to do 15-minute confirmation, that's fine. If you want to enter, no problem. So we're going to look at the trade from here. But our next move is dependent on how this candle closes, please. This candle has to close bullish for us to do what? For us to look for that buy. Else, we stay away.
4 hours candle.
Yes, the 4 hours candle has to close bullish before we do anything. Else, you stay away. Is that okay? All right. USD JPY. Anything there? No. USD just reached.
Sorry. So when it closed, you wait for a pullback before you end
Yes.
buy.
Yes. Pullback, please. Pullback first before anything. So let it close bullish, then you wait for pullback. All right. This guy just reached drawn liquidity. Yesterday did a sweep. But you see, we are very bullish. So I'm always very skeptical when we are bullish and then the previous day high is being swept to come for the low. Okay. But let me just break it down. We just reached our drawn liquidity here. We had previous day high sweep, which means that the low may be a target for it. H4 did something. H4 actually expanded to the downside at this zone. But am I going to come and sell from here? No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. If price is going to sell, it has to give me more information. before I now sell. Okay? Because there's a very huge tendency that this guy will just continue buying. Why? Because the overall trend is bullish. Look at how bullish we have been for so many months. I think all through 2025, we have been bullish, and then I'll just come and start looking for sell, just like that. So please, be very, very patient. Don't be in a hurry to take any trades. 2, 3 good trades a week is not bad, please. So wait for this guy. Let me touch USD CHF. Somebody's posting that. What's this guy saying? USD CHF, USD CHF. Let's see. USD CHF is still around this zone. It's still around this zone. We talked about this guy, I think yesterday, that we are now going to change our focus to wait for price to tell us what it wants to do. Let me see. This was a major low that was swept. Okay. Let me see. Can this high go? Let me see the daily. What did the daily do? Okay, daily gave an expansion. Daily has given series of expansions. And okay, that's where this buy even came from. Okay, that's where this buy came from. I think that's why our trade that we had a sell from here. I think that's why our sell suffered. That's why our sell that's why we got taken out. Okay, that's fine. So we're trying to buy, I think. So let's see. Today now is trying to give us the next expansion. Let me see the H4. So upon mitigation of this guy, we went up to do a new push-up. All right. So I think that's where this trade is coming from. Mr. Sonny, right now I don't have anything for this guy. Okay, I don't have anything for this USD CHF. Now I want to be patient on it, please. We are still in this major, what's it called? This major fair value gap here. I've seen this major fair value gap. So you see, there's a tendency to sell, and there's a tendency to buy. And you recall what I said at the beginning of the session, that when you are in such situation, just sit out. Okay, there's going to be another trade elsewhere. Just sit out of this one. Wait for another one to form. Okay, when another one forms, you can trade. But for now, please, I think I'll just wait for this area to give me either price breaks above it properly, and then I now buy, or it just gives me something for me to sell. So right now we are contradicting ourselves. So let's just wait for that one, please. Is that okay? And then I will do lastly. I'm seeing BTC. I didn't do BTC. What's Bitcoin saying? Okay. So we resume the bullish charge. We resume the bullish charge for Bitcoin. I want to buy Bitcoin, but I want it to activate tomorrow. Let me show you why. Let me show you why I want to buy Bitcoin tomorrow. But if it doesn't play out like that, that's fine. So this was our last key level that this buy started from. Abi, we expanded at this point. Can you see? Now, if you go on to H4, you see that H4 went on to print us. H4 went on to print us a new expansion at this point. Is that okay? I can also refine this expansion to this guy. But price did not come down here. H4 went on to print this expansion at this point, leaving this guy as inducement. Now you're wondering, why do I want to trade Bitcoin tomorrow? Let me tell you why. If today closes like this, stay with me. If today closes like this, tomorrow will now do something. Tomorrow will come, sweep yesterday like this, tap into this expansion, and now give us what? A rejection for us to buy. Are you seeing my reason for wanting to buy Bitcoin tomorrow? But if it happens today, that's fine. It's just that I like it when the daily is giving us that sweep, but it's fine to take it today. If it drops in there, it's no problem at all. But tomorrow, if tomorrow comes and does this sweep like this, we now start looking for what? We now start looking for an expansion, and then we can now continue trading Bitcoin. But please, Bitcoin is very bullish. Bitcoin is bullish. Yes, Bitcoin is bullish. Let me see. So this is our first point of interest. Our next one is this guy. So if this guy doesn't do what's supposed to do at this zone, because I'm going to enter based on a confirmation, if it trades inside here. If it doesn't, that price wants to use this guy, using here as our inducement. Is that okay? So this is going to be our inducement, and then price will work with here. But at the same time, since price has printed a new expansion here, this is now a new inducement. So please enter with confirmation. Let there be something you are looking at before you take this trade. Don't just take it like that, because price can always do what? A push down before it buys. Is that okay, please? All right. So that's that for Bitcoin. Those are the two zones that I'm marking out now for buy. And also on the daily time frame, you can see that there is a huge FVG, that there's a huge FVG or imbalance, that price should still, come to fill up. So please be on the lookout for that too. We can very much expect a buy at around this area. Okay. In fact, I'm more inclined to buying from here than this one up here. I like this zone more than this guy up here. Is that okay? All right. So I think that was Kane there. So lastly, AUD JPY. I've already done Euro USD and gold, please. Already done Euro USD and gold. Yeah, we don't have to always stay on the call till till 10:30. Yeah, I said AUD JPY, right? What is happening on AUD JPY? AUD JPY. Let's see. So this guy still has a long way to go. Look at it. This sell, this what's happening here? This buy rather started from here. You see, when a major low is swept, somebody can say, but it's not swept now. It was actually swept. That's why I drew it. If I zoom in, you'll see. If I zoom in, you'll see that you think there was a sweep of that area. Can you see? There was a sweep. That is why this buy started. So this buy should extend all the way till this drawn liquidity. So for AUD JPY, we still have some we still have some miles to cover before we reach here. So how can we play continuation? It's very simple. Go to the most recent expansion and look for a trade from there. All right. So we have something here. We have at least this is our most recent expansion for us to trade from. It's also something that is brewing here. Let me see the H4. Okay, H4 is trying to expand. This is looking good too. So let's see what we'll do now. See what we're going to do now. Who works for it? I think that's Sam. See what we're going to do now. Let's wait for this guy to be swept. We sweep this guy, tap here, give us an expansion. Expansion must occur before we now trade. Is that okay, please? Of course, you know why I want to trade from there, because this was our most recent expansion on the daily time frame. Okay, so everything that's happening here now is like liquidity. Are we together? If you say the market has been overextended, you see price is just using the most recent expansion to trade ever since. So we're expecting the same thing to happen at this point. So when we trade down into this guy, we're going to expect what? H4. So it'll give us an expansion to confirm that move, and then we can now buy. TP1 will be here, and then final TP is going to be this drawn liquidity. Is that okay, please? So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my own watch list. I'll be looking at it too. I like the fact that there's still a long way to go. If I can just get this push down to sweep this liquidity and then an expansion, then you know that this becomes your trading range. So anywhere from here, price should buy. Is that okay, please? All right. So I think what I have for today has been exhausted. Let me see GBP card. Something happened on GBP card. Yes. So this guy, I don't know if you recall when we said that we're looking at a buy from here. We're looking at a buy from here. The GBP news today triggered this before the live session. Unfortunately, it couldn't be called out. This one happened very early this morning. So let's look at it. It started from the back. You see, what we do here, just go and replicate it on your own. It's very good. So this was the area that price has interacted with before. When price finally came back to this, what did it do? It expanded again at that zone. So I just used this guy as my base for buys. And then something happened again yesterday. See, yesterday came and gave us what? The previous day of yesterday was swept. So price should most likely come for the previous day's high. Is that okay? So that is where the buy came from. So this guy was just like a confirmation for the buy. It was just a very quick trade. GAC looking bullish, please. So when we call out directions like this, when we call out POIs, just try to keep an eye on it. If possible, be writing, have a little notepad where you know, just jot down something to check out later if you can always enter a trade or not. Is that okay? So for now, the USD card is still playing out. We are almost at TP. You're almost at TP if you're on the trade. If you're okay with your profits, take your money and run. If you still want more, please go risk-free on the trade, and I wish you all the best. So I think that's where I'm going to draw the curtain for today. Thank you very much, everybody. It's always good to, you know, to stay around here with you every morning and analyze the chart together. So please, the website is dupoint.ng. Dupoint.ng. Okay. I've posted it. Dupoint.ng. Click on the link www.dupoint.ng. Create an account, verify your account, and start trading with Dupoint. The deposit process and withdrawal process is very, very swift. Is that okay? So that's what we are expected to do. If you have any challenges, reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I will help you out with anything any problem you might encounter. Okay? Mr. Jerry is saying something. Jerry is saying, but to log in to client area, we use dupoint.com. Oh, okay. Okay, so yes. When signing up, you use dupoint.ng, but to log into your client area, you use dupoint.com. So do well to sign up and then reach out to me with your UID number. When you fund your account with a minimum of $50, you're going to be added to the funded group where signals are being dropped, especially for the funded traders. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. See you same time, same place tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.